Hi everyone! We're doing some more poetry in writing this week, and you're going to get to try out some of your own poetry. This week we're going to be reading and writing some poetry about animals. So today I'm going to share with you a poem called Mice by Rose Fileman. The first time I read it, I'm going to explain some words, and then the second time I'm just going to read it straight through. When I read it, I want you to close your eyes and visualize or make pictures in your mind as I'm reading the poem. Alright? Close your eyes. Mice by Rose Fileman. I think mice are rather nice. Their tails are long, their faces small. They haven't any chins at all. Their ears are pink, their teeth are white. They run about the house at night. They nibble things they shouldn't touch. Nibble means that they take really small bites. They nibble things. And no one seems to like them much, but I think mice are nice. Okay, I'm going to read it a second time, and I want you to keep visualizing in your head. Okay. Mice by Rose Fileman. I think mice are rather nice. Their tails are long, their faces small. They haven't any chins at all. Their ears are pink, their teeth are white. They run about the house at night. They nibble things they shouldn't touch, and no one seems to like them much. But I think mice are nice. Okay, what does the poet say about mice? Remember that a poet is like an author, but for a poem. What does she say about mice? You could have said that she talks about how she likes them. She thinks they're nice, even though other people don't like them very much. Yeah. Okay, we're going to read it one more time, and I want you to think about the words that tell what mice look like. Okay, I'm going to use my pointer this time. You don't have to close your eyes. I think mice are rather nice. Their tails are long, their faces small. They haven't any chins at all. Their ears are pink, their teeth are white. They run about the house at night. They nibble things they shouldn't touch, and no one seems to like them much. But I think mice are nice. What did you hear in that poem about what mice look like? Maybe you heard about their tails are long and their faces are small. Maybe you heard their ears are pink and their teeth are white. Those are all things that describe what mice look like. So now we're going to write our own poem about an animal. But first, I need some ideas on what animal I could write about. Do you have any ideas of what animal you could write about? Interesting. I have some ideas too. Let's look at my other chart and make a list of some of our ideas. Here's my chart that says animal words. I'm going to use this to write down some ideas of what I could write about before I start my writing. This says mice. What did the poem say about what mice look like? Do you remember what we just talked about? The poem said long tail, pink ears, and white teeth. If you were writing a poem about an animal, what animal would you write about? If you have an idea of an animal you would write about, write down the name of that animal on a piece of paper. and think about what that animal looks like. I'm going to do a few of my own to get some ideas for my writing. The next animal I wrote down was snails. Do you know what snails look like? They're little, but they're really slimy, and they leave a trail as they go. And they have a nice round shell on top for protection. So I'm gonna write tiny, slimy, round shell. Okay, my next animal is a shark. Sharks are scary, but they're also really interesting animals. What do sharks look like? I'm gonna write that they're gray. And they have really sharp teeth for hunting. Gray, sharp teeth. Do you have an idea for what you could write about your animal? Take a second to write down one thing about what your animal looks like. So you should have the name of an animal written down. And now I want you to write down one thing about what it looks like. Okay, if you have to pause, then pause if you need more time. My last animal that I'm going to write about is cats. Cats are my favorite animal. And I have two of them. If you watched the math video from last week, you would get to see both of them counting their toys. That was really fun for them to do. I think about what cats look like, and I love that cats have a little pink tongue. Pink tongue. They have pretty sharp claws. Sometimes they scratch me without even trying to, like they don't mean to, but they just have really sharp claws. Sharp claws. And they have very, very soft fur. I think that's my favorite thing. I love to pet them and have them on my lap. Now I want you to take a second and write down another thing about what your animal looks like. Pause the video if you need more time. At this point, you should have an animal and two things about what they look like. Let's read my animal words chart together. Animal words. Mice. Long tail, pink ears, white teeth. Snails. Tiny, slimy, round shell. Sharks. Gray, sharp teeth. Cats. Pink tongue, sharp claws, soft fur. I want you to write down one more thing about what your animal looks like. So you should have an animal and three things about what they look like. Pause the video until you're done with that. I'm going to show you my writing. Now that you have an idea for what animal you're going to write about, and you've written down some things about what that animal looks like, I'm going to do my writing about my favorite animal, cat. So first I'm going to draw a picture, and then I'm going to write a poem about a cat. Okay. I'm just going to draw my kitty here. If I had more colors right now, I might draw some details. There's my cat. Meow. Meow. Okay. Now I'm going to think about what my poem could say about my cat. I'm looking back at my animal words chart, and I wrote that cats have pink tongues, sharp claws, and soft fur. So my poem is going to be about that, because those are my ideas. Okay? So I'm going to start by saying little pink tongue. You know, in poetry, you don't have to have a full sentence. It's a lot of times just little ideas in a few words, okay? And remember also how poetry can have like silly words in it, can have rhyming, it can have words that are sound words, so you really can write anything you want in poetry. I'm going to write little pink tongue. Little, lamp, igloo, so L-I, little, lamp, again, little, pink, this is actually an I. Little pink, so nest, key. Okay, and then tongue is a hard word, but so I'm going to spell it for you. But what do you think it starts with? Tongue. That's right, it starts with T. Little also has a E at the end. Okay, so little pink tongue. Alright, the next part that I'm going to write about is the sharp claws, and then I'm going to write about the fur. Okay, so sharp claws, S-H, A, ring, sharp, pencil, sharp, claws, C, caterpillar, cool, in this case is A-W. Claws, S. What do they use their claws for? My cats have a scratching post. I might add that into the picture here. They have a scratching post that they can scratch on. So I'm going to write to scratch. Okay. I think we can sound out scratch. It's going to be a lot of different sounds. Here we go. S, s. Okay. Sk. C. Sk. Skr. What sound do you hear next in scratch? I have skr, apple. Ch, 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 C-H. There's a silent T in there, I'll put it in. Scratch. Okay. And now I'm going to talk about the fur. But fur can be a bunch of different colors in cats. That's one of the reasons that I like cats. What different colors can cats be? Yeah, one of my cats is gray and white, and one of my cats is black and brown. But there's also orange cats. I really like orange cats too. So I'm gonna write gray, white, orange, or black. Now these are color words, so I'm just going to spell them for you. Some of these are sight words. Gray, white, orange, or black. Gray, white, orange, or black. And I said that my favorite thing about cats is that I can feel their fur. So I'm going to write, I feel the, how do you spell the? T-H-E. Soft. We can sound that one out. S-A-F-T. There's 4 letters. What do you think they are? Listen. S-A-F-T. The first one is S. The second one is A, octopus, O. The next one is fish, F. The last one is T, turtle, T. Fur, F-U-R. With my hand. How do you spell with? It's a sight word. Say W-I-T-H, with. Good. My. Say M-Y, my. Okay, we're going to sound out hand in the same way we sounded out soft. Listen. H. A, N, D. H, A, N, D. What 4 letters do you hear? The first one is H, hat, H. A, apple, A. N, nest, N. D, dog, D. Okay. Would you like to echo read my poem with me? My turn and then your turn. Ready? Cat by Miss Cummings. Little pink tongue, sharp claws to scratch, gray, white, orange, or black. I feel the soft fur with my hand. Good job! I hope you're echo reading very loudly with me. Alright, now it is your turn to draw a picture of the animal that you chose and to write a short poem about what the animal looks like. Use your ideas that you already wrote down when I was making my animal words chart. And when you're done, you can have your mom or dad or parent or grandparent, cousin, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whoever is with you, they or whoever has my number can text it to me or they can text it to your teacher. And I'd love to see your work. I'll see you again tomorrow for some more poetry.